And we're live.
All right, guys, we are live. Hey, welcome to our podcast. Um, yeah, we you probably will notice that we are missing one person, Kevin. He just had his very handsome baby boy, um, so he is pretty busy. So if he's got time, you'll probably see him. But I'm assuming he is not going to be in this episode today. So it's just gonna be me and Chris. I don't know if it's gonna be a long one today, but we'll see.
All right. Let's start with the photos. Our photos for the week.
Oh, photos for the week. So here, I'm gonna share my screen. So this first photo is, hold on, can you see it?
Yeah.
It's freaking Maddie, man. I was gonna actually ask you, like, she's eating so freaking much. Like,
Dude,
these
she's
are
like double
two,
fisting, man.
dude. She's double fisting. So if people don't, if you're not watching the video, if you're just listening, she has two Eggos, blueberry muffin Eggos or Legos, like or whatever, in her hand, and she's like she pounds these. Like she'll eat both of those plus her milk, like
That's
9 ounces of
good.
milk in the morning. So I was just like, dude, she's eating so much. So I wasn't sure, like for you guys, even like, did like Chaezen, like, does he did he eat a lot when he was this little? Like I was just like, dude, it's a lot.
I feel like when Chazen was younger, he ate a lot and he ate everything. He wasn't a
Uh
picky
huh.
eater at all. But as he got older, he got a lot more picky and ate less.
Yeah.
But dude, I think it's fine, man. Like
Okay. Okay.
chunky kids are awesome.
Okay. Okay. Cool. 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 And then my video here, this is gonna be, man, Maddie. She surprises me all the time. This is of her. She's counting. So Maddie's not even a year and a half, and like I don't know what the normal growth of like, I don't know. I just
You're
feel like
you're a teacher though, like you should. I feel
I
like you should know those things out of everybody.
I do, but I know from like kindergarten and up. Like I'm not like early education from
Yeah,
birth
yeah, yeah.
to kindergarten. Like I know by the time they get to kindergarten, they should probably know their ABCs.
Uh-huh.
Like definitely maybe count 1 to 10,
Yeah.
and definitely be able to speak and maybe
Uh-huh.
some hand-eye coordination stuff. But like from birth to like 5, I don't know. Like I know eventually they're gonna get there, but what?
Well,
Like,
then I would say she's really advanced if that's the case.
dude, like watch. Like she's like counting. Here, let me.
2, 3, 4, 6.
Like Diana tells me she can count all the way up to like
Bro.
15. Like
Bro,
right here,
she
she
counts
counts to
higher than
like 6.
Chazen.
Like she was telling me like, dude, like she can count, like this video. Obviously, she was like counting to, I think it was like 6, and then she was thinking, but Diana was telling me like, no, she can count to 15. Because I've seen her like count, like she goes up the stairs in her house.
Uh-huh.
So like she'll count every time she like walks up the steps. She'll be like 1, 2, and counts up the
Dude.
steps. I just thought it was kind of uh, like she looked at it kind of like a song, like ABCs,
Uh-huh. Uh-huh.
like when kids
Yeah,
sing
yeah,
their
yeah, yeah.
ABCs, it doesn't mean
No,
they know
yeah,
their
yeah,
ABCs.
yeah.
They just
Yeah,
know
yeah,
the
yeah, yeah.
song, yeah.
No, I get
But
it.
so when I saw her counting like that, I was just like, what the heck? And even like
Bro.
ABCs, like we have ABCs on the wall in our room.
Uh-huh.
Like she'll point and be like, she'll know like that's A, B,
Yes.
and like she'll point to it. So I was just kind of like, I'm just amazed. Like I was like, dude, like
Bro, she's super advanced. We're gonna have to start a GoFundMe because she's gonna be in college
you're
within the
so
next 5 years, guys. So if you're listening to this podcast, we are gonna start a GoFundMe for Maddie, and she's gonna be in college in 5 to 6 years. So
it's
yeah,
crazy. Like Diana's so good. Like she's always like, counting. She's always like, like even animals. Like
yeah.
she'll know like what's a cow and stuff like that. She'll like make sounds. So she's like really good. But I'm just amazed how much she like soaks up
Uh huh.
information. Like I know as a kid, like they're sponges. Like they'll soak up everything. And it's very important to talk to your kids, let them be exposed to as much vocabulary in their younger years because they're such like sponges. So when they get to kindergarten, they kind of have that schema and that background. But I'm just like, dude, like I was assuming like, oh, well, she probably gets like 2 or 3. that's probably when she'll start counting, and start speaking and stuff like that. But I'm just kind of
No, she's advanced,
like,
dude.
what the heck, dude? Like,
I don't think Chaezen can count to 15. I don't think so. I think he skips like 13, 14, like he messes those
yeah.
up. So
Well, even like
she's
with
advanced,
yeah,
bro.
well, even with her, like, I don't know, is she like really counting, or is she like ABCs? It's like kind of like a song to her. But
Yeah, yeah,
even
yeah.
just, I was just kind of like, I saw her like pointing at her fingers. I'm just like, dude, like, I don't know. She just amazes me. Like,
Dude,
I'm
so
just like,
like
oh my god.
on that though, like trying to like memorize stuff. So Chaezen started working with Shani's grandma lately to try to
Hmm.
get him ready for kindergarten because like you said, he's gonna have to know his ABCs, whatever, this and that.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
she's been working with him. So he has this book, and one day I came home from work and he goes, Dad, I can read. And I goes, oh yeah? And so he brings out the book. It's like Brown Bear. Do you
Yeah,
remember that? And it's like,
yeah,
what do you see? I'm watching this kid's eyes, and he's literally like, it's just the easiest book because it just says
yeah,
Brown Bear, what do you
yeah,
see? And then it's the next animal. And
yeah.
he just memorizes what the next animal is, and he's not even looking at the words anymore. He's just saying the words and then looking at what the next picture is. And I was just laughing. I was like, man, like, but
That's
it's cool.
good.
Like he thinks he's reading, but I was like, you're not really reading the words, but yeah, it's funny.
Yeah. No, I mean, it's just a progression, dude.
Yeah,
Like, kids with reading, like, you gotta nurture that. Like, I keep telling people, we live in such a like age of just videos, and everything is like so fastly consumed. I'm like, man, like, we try to get Maddie. Luckily for us, Maddie likes. I mean, obviously she's not reading, but she likes having books in her hand. She'll flip like flip through the pages and stuff. So it's
yeah,
good to like kind of just teach her, like, this is how you hold a book.
yeah.
Pages go from right to left, and stuff
Well,
like that. And she'll like
they
point.
say girls learn a lot faster than boys
Mhm.
as well.
I have
So
heard that
like
before too. Yeah.
we for us it's kind of cool because of Chazen's cousin that's 2 days older than him. So we can kind of see them growing up together and the progressions.
Yeah.
So from an early stage, she was always able to just sit down and like color and do arts and crafts and like do stuff like that. Where Chazen would sit down for like a minute and then he'd be done and like he'd be up running around like playing with toys and stuff.
Uh
So
huh.
she was always able to sit down and like be more attentive at like work and stuff like that than he
Yeah.
was. And she obviously was like reading and counting and stuff before he was. But yeah, like it's interesting to see that progression. And they do say girls, I guess, mature and learn
I've
faster.
heard that before too. Yeah. Girls.
Yeah. All right. But I'm gonna try to put up Shazen's video here and see and tell a small story. It's kind of funny. So um this is his junior bowling. So he's in
Yeah.
bowling. At his age, basically all he's doing, he's by himself on the lanes,
Yeah.
and then he just throws the bowling ball down. There's really nothing structured for him. There's really no coaches because he's so young.
Yeah.
But a lot of it, I feel like what I want him to get out of it is just
Dude, that was nice.
being, yeah, that's like one of his nicest ones.
It like
But
curved to the ball. I was like,
yeah, so
whoa.
like every once in a while he'll get a nice one, but I kind of just wanted him just to be kind of in a structured thing where there is like lane courtesy and like being able to recognize what side you're supposed to be, what lane you're supposed to be on, and this and that. So I was just kind of taking it more as that. But then um we also give him like rewards. So like we took off the bumpers from him, so we kind of like told him, so if you roll the ball all the way to the end and hit the pins, you get like $5. If you roll the ball halfway down the lane before it goes in the gutter, you get like $1 or something.
Yeah.
And so this is like his third week or something doing that, and so he's made a lot of money. Like some weeks it's like, what the hell. But then
Nice.
there was a day when he told Shani, mommy, you and daddy can just quit working because I'm gonna make a lot of money bowling for you guys. And we're just like, that was the sweetest thing ever. And we're just like, man, this kid is just like, the way he cares about stuff is like, it just amazes us. He wants us to stop working and he's just gonna hang out and just make money
Yeah.
for us.
Well, I mean, even man, I remember even when it was like very little, just being at CrossFit, me seeing him. He's always like it would always amaze me, like just his manners.
Yeah.
Like, he has such good manners, you know, and he's very nice and caring. Even with
Yeah.
Maddie, like when he sees
Nurturing.
Maddie, I'm just like, man,
Yeah.
he's very good. Yeah,
Just
he's gonna be good
nurturing.
once he starts school.
But also on this, I was supposed to take a picture of my setup, but I forgot. But so, so he's only 4 years old, right? We're at junior
Uh-huh.
bowling. There's no coaches, and it's just him on the lanes. But every week we've been there, bro. I take my tripod with my camera
Yeah.
with my mirrorless camera. I set it up. I'm the only one that does this, and I'm videoing him the whole time. And
Uh-huh.
then I bought a Rode wireless mic. I mic'd him up so I could like hear him as he's talking. I'm like,
Yeah.
man, I'm that extra dad that just like I just want to capture all the moments and like, but it's like it's just one of those things like I wonder like people like look at me like, dude, he's so extra. This kid's like 4 years old. Like, what is he trying to like video him for?
Dude, I don't think so, man. That's good. Like, me and Diana, we were just talking about that too. Like, man, Maddie's gonna be so lucky because she's gonna have so many pictures and
Yeah,
videos, and
yeah,
you know, like I make like highlight videos every year of her and all her trips. And
hmm
Diana, she like makes all like every year she makes these like custom books, kind of like yearbooks for the year of just our trips and everything. And I was just like, man, I don't have any of that stuff. Like, I don't have any pictures, like
yeah,
video,
exactly.
obviously. So like,
Yeah,
it's gonna be good. I think they're gonna really appreciate, like, oh my god, like they can look back at this, you
dude.
know, when they have kids and be like, oh my god, like that was me.
He's gonna have like hard drives and hard drives and hard
Yeah,
drives of just him, just like random like this, just bowling. And like when we go to practice, I'll just like video him, and it's just like I don't know, like if he does any other sport, if he wants to do another sport too, like I'm just gonna video him doing everything. If he wants to
yeah,
golf, if he wants to base, like I'm just gonna have video everything for him.
yeah. Like I haven't even talked to Diane about this, but like I was like, you know, I had my Sony mirrorless camera, yeah, and then I
Uh
sold
huh.
it because I was like, I don't really use this anymore too much.
Uh huh.
And it's getting old. I was like, you know what, like this is a couple of years old. I might as well sell it now, get some money out of it, and then I'll probably buy a newer version
Uh huh.
when Maddie like starts sports and stuff. So I gotta talk to Dinah. Like when she starts sports, like that's gonna
Yeah.
be like, you know what? Like we have our iPhone pictures here and there, but like when she starts sports, I'm gonna need kind of like a better camera to zoom and stuff.
Yeah. 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 Yeah.
So we'll see. We'll see what Dinah says. But
Yeah.
I'm
That's
gonna
why
ask her
I was
today
telling you
morning.
earlier. I was texting you, bro. Like I did a like this last video. It was like a few hours. The whole thing ended up being like 56 gigs on this like
Yeah,
one video of him. I'm just like, dang.
it's dude. Like iMovie, if you start editing stuff on there, yeah, you gotta delete it. Like every time I make a project, once I export it and I'm good with it, I delete the project. I delete all the files that's attached to that project because you
Yeah.
can't just delete the project. You got to delete all the media files that's
Yeah. Yeah.
attached
Yeah.
to it because it's still because you can technically use those files to do other projects. So, but
Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah.
people don't they always forget,
I
and
was
that
like, man, he has a
that's a lot
video.
of files.
He has like a bowling video for a 4-year-old of
Uh,
56. I was like, what in the world? It took
that's
me
cool
like
though.
took a few hours to upload it, but yeah, like I'm just super like I'm just one of those dads that just like records everything for him.
How is like I was gonna ask you. This is kind of tangent, but like, because like obviously I'm coming home.
Hmm.
Freaking, I can't wait. I'll be home literally Friday. So I'm like so stoked. But how's like Hawaii, they did the vaccination mandates and everything, yeah?
Yep.
So how's that like are people like going crazy with that? Like I don't know like
Honestly, I haven't been on social media a lot,
uh
so I don't know. I have heard that the bowling alleys were slow, like
yeah,
very very slow, and I'm assuming a lot of restaurants are a lot slower than normal.
yeah,
So
because I even heard like on the news like some restaurants are like, nope, we're not gonna do this and we're just gonna get fined. And I'm like,
I felt
you know,
there's like one or two I've seen on social media. I haven't followed up. I don't know.
yeah. I'm like, if you're gonna do that, like why announce that to the world for the cops to come
Yeah,
over there and for
yeah,
them to
yeah.
find you? Like, I don't know.
But
I just
I
feel like
also seen on social media of like in the mainland there's like a few places that took off their mask mandate for their patrons and
mhm.
they were getting fined by the city and stuff.
Yeah,
So
they're gonna get fined. It's bad. Like even just the military, like that's actually mandatory now. So like military people, like I got a friend, like they said if he doesn't take it, if he doesn't get approved for whatever the waiver, he's getting out. that he's gonna do. And
Yeah.
I'm like,
Yeah.
holy cow, dude, what are you gonna do for work? Like,
Yeah.
that's crazy because he's full time. Like I'm
Yeah.
guard, so I have another job. But like for him, like that's his stuff. So I was like, all right. I mean, I guess, man.
Yeah.
More power to you.
Yep. So it's weird though, because the part that's kind of weird is, so if you're not vaccinated, you to go into a restaurant or any business, arcade, bowling alley, whatever,
Yeah.
you need a negative test result within the last 48 hours.
Hmm.
But the workers that work there, if they're not vaccinated, they just have to do weekly testing.
Yeah.
So
But
it's
that's kind
like,
of weird.
yeah, that was
The
just kind
work.
of weird. But
It's like the workers only have to do weekly, but the
yeah,
people going there has to do every 48 hours. So
48
it's kind
hours.
of like,
Yeah.
why not do weekly for them or do 48 for work?
Yeah,
I don't know.
yeah.
But
So that's
no,
just kind of
it's
weird, but
yeah. I just feel like you're not gonna make anyone happy, and I'm
no,
just
yeah. That's the hard part, is that there's not any right answer right now,
yeah.
because someone's gonna be just pissed at anything.
Yeah, even my school, like once I get back, I'm kind of worried. Like I don't know how my school is doing. Like I
Yeah,
know there's schools that sends out COVID letters like every week. So
bro.
I'm just
Yeah,
yeah. So I'm
every
just kind of
week.
like yeah. So I'm kind of like even one of my friends, she actually was like, you know what, I'm gonna stop having my kid ride the bus because her
Mm,
school, it was literally she was getting a letter, I think like every week telling her, hey, your kid
yeah,
was in close contact, and she was
yeah,
like, I'm taking my kid off the bus like that.
yeah.
It's just crazy. So like she has to drop him off early, and I was just like, dang, that's yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah, it's rough.
It's
I honestly, and like, so when I got tested too this Friday,
mhm.
to go out for the weekend, they were like, yeah, there was parents that were testing the kids, and it's just sad. Like, it's sad. Like, the kids just don't want, I mean, getting tested is very uncomfortable for an adult,
Yeah.
and you have to do it yourself. So like, you're swabbing your own nostrils,
Well, you have to do it
and
yourself.
yeah.
I didn't know that. I thought
Well,
they do that.
because I'm assuming the one that I went to, it was a free one by, I
Yeah.
guess, some organization. So I'm assuming it's volunteers. So they're just there to hand out and collect
Oh my
the samples and
god.
stuff.
Yeah.
But so you have to swab your own nostrils, which isn't, it's not like you're just inflicting pain on yourself or discomfort.
I
But so the parents have to swab the kids' nostrils, and
yeah.
man, like, the kids they're screaming, and they don't want any part of it, and it's just sad.
Oh my
I was
dude,
like
I
telling
don't
Shani, like, dude, because we've heard of kids too that, like, so when they get into close contact at school,
uh-huh.
they have to go get tested, and they can't come back until they have a negative test
Negative
result.
test, yeah.
I told Shani, man, if I was in that situation, I'd just pull my kid out, and we're just doing distance learning. Like, I'm not testing
It's
him that
oh,
much. It's
dude,
so
honestly,
discomforting.
I don't think I can give myself a self-test. Like I've been tested a couple of times because military,
Yeah,
and it feels like they literally put that
yeah,
damn Q-tip up to my
yeah.
brain. Like
It's
it
hard.
feels. I mean, I'm sure it's not that deep, but it feels so deep. Like I don't think I can like take this Q-tip, tilt my head like you're supposed to, shove it
Yeah,
in. Because the
yeah.
moment I feel it, I'm not gonna want to keep pushing it through. You
You're
know?
gagging, and you're like,
Yeah.
it sucks. Like, yeah,
Wait,
I did it twice.
isn't there other tests though? I thought you could do like a mouth swab or is
I'm honestly,
or
I'm not familiar. Like, this is just the one that's like right next to the bowling alley, and the bowling alley is like, well, just go to this one over here, and you get the
dude,
results in like 12 hours or something. And it's like you get an email, so it's like legit. You can know who
dude,
the business is.
I did not know that. Like
Yeah,
honestly, if I got close contact and they told me I had to go get a test and they told me I have to self-test myself, I would be like, no. Like I don't
yeah.
know. I might have to ask them like, is there another place that they're gonna do this for me? Because
Well, I'm
one,
sure there are other places,
yeah,
like
because
legit, doctor. Like, you go to like pharmacies, like legit
yeah,
pharmacies. They'll do it for
well,
you and
because like
stuff.
because dude, you can compromise that test easily because I got tested once and I had to get tested again because the person
Really?
that did my test, I guess, did something wrong or put it in the tube incorrectly or didn't seal it correctly and it got contaminated. So, like,
Wow.
I can't imagine people that aren't doctors and medical professionals that are
Well,
like you don't put it in deep enough or you don't leave it
yeah,
15 seconds and
yeah.
you put it into the thing, you don't screw it on tight enough. I don't know.
Yeah,
I just,
yeah.
Oh my
Well,
god.
I'm sure they have some kind of background in some kind of medical thing.
Yeah.
Like I'm sure they know how to like cover the test tube properly. They give very thorough instructions to you while you're there. Like, they ask you like, have you done this before? And if you haven't, they explain to you like, only touch this part here. Do not touch
Yeah.
any of the other parts. And then, like they have you break the bag open, and then when you're done swabbing it, you put it directly into the test tube for them, and everything is just so like they're
That's
very organized. But I don't know. I don't know why they don't swab you, but yeah, they didn't swab
that
me.
is scary. Well, I mean, I'm assuming they don't have enough manpower.
Yeah, I'm
The
assuming.
line is gonna be even longer if you gotta like,
Probably.
yeah, like I can't. Oh my god.
But yeah, like just I was like, I told Johnny, man, if Chaezen never got to that point where he had to test that much, like I would just pull him out and we'd be like, we're just social distancing, social
Dude,
learning,
that
like
would
distance
suck.
learning.
Yeah, I don't know if I could do that to my kid.
But kids
Like
hate, like
that.
the kids hate it,
Yeah.
dude. Like,
And you can't move. Like you don't want
yeah,
to like hurt
you're
them.
like
Like you gotta stay
they're like,
still.
bro. I like one kid was
Oh my
traumatized. Like one little kid
god.
was like, it's in the parking lot, but like one of the little kids was like literally trying to run away from the mom because he didn't want it. Like he seen the older sister
Yeah.
going, the older sister was
Dude.
crying.
Maddie would
Like,
go crazy.
bro,
Like she'd be like,
it
"What are you?"
sucks.
She doesn't even like us sucking her boogers out. Like I can't imagine us sticking something into her. Like she'd be like, "Hell no." She would, yeah. Oh my god, that's interesting.
Yeah.
I'm gonna
You
talk to
guys use
Diane about
that
that
baby?
later.
You guys use that baby Frida thing
Dude,
when you
yeah,
suck like a
I feel
straw,
like I'm about to pass out, dude.
bro?
Like
It's so hard to suck on that.
it
Like,
is so freaking hard. Like we gotta tell Kevin about it. Like I mean, you definitely need it because you
yeah,
gotta suck
like
those
it
boogers out.
works. That works the best. Way
Yeah,
better
like
than like the old school ones that we grew up with the
yeah, the
suction
little
bulb.
sucky thing, and it's just nasty.
Yeah,
It's like you
yeah,
don't know
yeah,
like
yeah,
how to clean it. Like what if like how do you know you got all the boogers out there? Like it's all
yeah,
like
yeah,
it might be in there and
yeah.
like it. Yeah, like
Just the
dude.
suction power alone too. Like you can get way better suction with the
Oh
straw
yeah,
thing.
for sure. And then it's sometimes like in the beginning it was like a game. Like I would be like sucking. I'm like, oh my god, it's right there, and I'm like trying to suck it even harder, and I'm just like, oh my god, I'm about to pass
Dude,
out.
someone, I want to say someone got us that for our baby shower or
Uh huh.
something. So we've had it for a while. But when we
Yeah.
first looked at it, we're like, dude, that's nasty. Like
No.
it looks like it's just a straw. Like you don't realize there's a filter. You
Yeah.
don't realize the boogers are gonna like it looks like you're just sucking it from a straw and the boogers are just gonna go in your mouth.
Yeah. In your
So
mouth.
for months and months, me and Chad's like, we're not using this, we're not using this. And then like one day, like that light bulb suction one just wasn't working, and he had lots of
Lots of yeah,
mucus.
and you can hear it. You can
Yeah,
hear
so
her
we're
like,
like,
oh my god.
let's just give it a try then. And then once we use it, we're like, dude, why did we not use this thing from the beginning?
Yeah.
Bro,
Yeah. That's
I
definitely must
swear we
have.
just used it like a few months ago on Chaezen. He's like 3.5. Or he's like,
Uh,
yeah, he's like, or 4, and we used it on him.
yeah.
Like we're still using it. But yeah, that thing's great. But yeah, so you're coming home you'll be home on Friday?
Yeah. Like I graduate
Dude.
Thursday. Yeah, and then I leave early Friday. Like I'm like I was actually like cleaning up my apartment, kind of like just tidying things up. I've been kind of packing stuff.
How much did you pack? Like did you like how much do you pack for these things?
I
Like,
got my garment bag, which is pretty much like my military uniforms, like my dress
uh-huh.
uniforms that I had to bring, and then I have like just a military. I don't know. It's like it's bigger than a duffel bag. It's kind of like I don't know. Like if military people will know, like it's like a deployment bag. It's
Uh-huh.
pretty big. Like, and I
Uh-huh.
just put that's where everything else goes. And then I brought like my backpack that has like my laptop and stuff.
Okay.
But
So you have like one check-in bag and like a
mhm.
couple carry-ons?
Yeah.
Okay.
So I have like one huge check-in bag, and then I have my duffel, like my garment bag, which is it's just like a duffel, like a gym bag.
Yeah, yeah.
And then I have a backpack, but I actually had to buy a box because I bought some stuff when Diana came to visit. Yeah.
Okay,
So
okay.
like I just like bought like just random stuff like a blanket, sheets. So I was just kind of like, and then I bought like a roller. Like man, I forgot to bring my roller, so I was like, I bought those like foam rollers.
Oh, rollers. Okay,
I was
okay,
like,
okay.
I don't want to leave that here. I don't want to throw that away, and I'm not gonna buy it. So I was like, I was just like, Diana was like, just put it in a box, and then I bought a pot when Diana's, like a big pot because
Yeah, to cook.
because the apartment that I lived in, like it's like, it's not like an Asian kitchen. So they don't have like big pots, like it's like one pot. So So I was like, so I bought a nice one, and Diana was like, you should bring it. I was like, all right. So I'm gonna bring it, and I'm just trying to put like other random stuff in there, so I don't have to pack my deployment bag. But
Yeah.
I might buy a smaller box. I think I bought way too big of a box.
Oh.
But yeah, I've just been packing. I'm just so ready to come home. I gotta find out like if I have to get tested before or I get tested when I get there. Like I don't know.
I think if you're vaccinated, I don't think you
Yeah.
need to be
Well,
tested.
even though like even if you're vaccinated, you can still get it. Yeah. So I don't want to like.
No, yeah.
Yeah, I don't want to risk it. Like I don't want to like.
Oh, okay, like just for your
get it
personal.
and then bring it home. Yeah. And
Yeah,
give it to
yeah.
Diana or give it to
Yeah,
freaking
that makes
Maddie or.
sense.
So I was like, I have to talk to Diana again. Like I don't know if I was gonna get tested 2 days before I leave, or get tested when I come home. But
Yeah.
yeah, we'll see. But man, now you're telling me like I have to self-test myself. I don't know. I'm gonna have to do some research.
Yeah. Well, you can do the airport one. I know the airport one has a rapid test, and I'm pretty sure they swab it for you.
Okay, good. Yeah, I have to look into that. But
and you can do it right at the airport.
Okay. And those are free? I don't know if those are.
Yeah, the airport one is free for sure.
Okay, because I know sometimes people say like it's free for state workers or city workers, and then other ones you have to pay or.
Yeah. No, I'm pretty sure it's free.
I have to find out.
I can double check because my brother did that one yesterday.
But man, I can't believe Kevin is like. I cannot believe they have a kid right now. Like I can only imagine what his life is like right now. Like.
Well, I'm sure you can do more than imagine. You've been through it, and more recently than I have. So
so I just oh my
but
god.
I remember that first couple of weeks. It was rough.
And he's staying with his in-laws, so it's
I mean,
it's like
I
a
feel
different
like
thing. Like
I feel like I mean, I guess so, but I feel like it could be. It has its pros and cons, obviously, like everything. But I feel like it could be very helpful if you utilize it properly. And like you just go with it because. Man, when we were on our own, like we were trying to get people to come over to watch Chaezen as much as possible. And
depends on the parents because, like, I know when me and Diana, when we had Maddie, like, we didn't want because we were staying with her in-laws for a couple of months before we had our place. Like, we didn't want the parents to like. I don't know. To me, I was like, look, it's not their job to change your diapers or anything like that.
Oh,
and,
yeah.
So it just, it was tough. And then,
but it takes a village, man. You know the saying?
Yeah,
it takes
does.
a village. Like
by far, I was very happy that they were there because they can kind of give us those small little breaks here and there.
Mm-hmm.
But then at the same time, sometimes you have to listen to like their parenting style.
Oh yeah,
it's like, why don't you do this? What's wrong with this? And we're just dude, we're the parents.
Filter. You just gotta filter.
Yeah, it's like I get it. We're new parents, but like, I think she's fine. Like, it's not everything. Like, one of my biggest pet peeves is like when parents or grandparents are like, "What's wrong? What's wrong?" And we're like, "Do you like if we knew what was wrong? I think we would tell you." Like you asking us what's wrong with them. Like what? Like do you want us to tell you? Like we don't know. Like
I recently saw it. It's so weird. I just recently saw this post. Someone posted something, and I'm gonna butcher it again, but it's somewhere along the lines of, when did grandparents automatically get so soft when they had grandchildren? So like my mom, like our parents, like they would beat us and give us dirty licking. But as soon as they have grandkids, they're just like super soft with them. Like my son can't do nothing wrong. I'm like, Mom,
dude,
you used to beat the heck out of us for like simple stuff, and like you don't even like scold them. Like they can't do anything wrong. It's like, geez.
No. Like Diana's grandparents, and same for my parents when they meet her, like they do not tell her no. Like she is the princess. Like she just and she knows it too, man. Like I said, she's smart. Like she doesn't pull that crap with Diana. Like she'll whine.
They can pull it with.
And Diana will be like, no.
Yeah.
And then she'll just kind of like, all right, this isn't gonna work. Like it's just mom here. But like if she sees like when they came to visit here in Mississippi. Like, man, she was pulling all her cards because she saw me. She saw, her grandparents, Diana. So, yeah, they're smart, man. Like, I don't know. They just, it's hard because, like, they'll do it, like, their way. Because, obviously, Maddie stays with her parents, like, in the daytime when we're at work. So, like, like, literally, sometimes they see them more than us. Because, by the time we pick Maddie, or when we pick Maddie up, like she's going home. We feed her, play with her a little bit, and she's going to bed. So it's
Yeah.
not like, and then the
That's just
weekends of
it's
obviously we
just
spend with her. But
so, and we realize that too, like just how lucky we are
Mhm.
that we have family that can watch them. Like
Yep.
imagine like sending them to a daycare where you
Yeah.
don't know what their values are, like how
Yep.
they're disciplining, like what they can and can't get away with. It's just crazy.
Yeah, like one of our like Diana's cousin, she has a baby, same age as Maddie. She goes to a babysitter or kind of like a
Yeah.
daycare, I guess, not
Yep.
babysitter. But she has like a couple of kids with her. Like I don't know how many,
Yeah,
but
yeah.
like I can't imagine like it's only one of her. Like she
Mhm.
can't take care of all these kids like individually at the same. Like obviously
Mhm.
she's watching them, but like they're not gonna get individual care. Like
Attention. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Diana's parents are really good. Like they're always talking to her.
Yep.
They're always like teaching her stuff. So it's
Yep.
like it's
Just
really
talking to
good.
them, like you'll be
Yeah,
surprised, even if
being
they don't talk
stimulus.
back,
Yeah,
just like talking to them, like you said, stimulating them,
yeah.
like interacting with them.
Rather than just putting her in front of a TV all day,
Yeah.
and
And
it's just like that's like
unfortunately,
the
yeah.
worst. So it's scary. And then just with even COVID, like I don't
Yeah.
know these other kids that are at this daycare, or whatever. Like
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
do they have COVID? Like I don't know how their parents are. Like
Yeah.
it's scary.
That's why,
I
like,
don't know.
so, like, even like when Chaezen was first born, like, we're just trying to, like, everyone would just come over, and even when you have a newborn, like, it's still like you're trying to be safe, so like you have
Yeah,
sanitizers and stuff. But this was pre-COVID. Like, I can't imagine with COVID where you don't want a lot of people coming over to your house and stuff like that. Like, it's just crazy. Like when Chaezen was first born, like we'd like people would ask, like, "Oh, can we come see him?" Like, yeah, sure. They come see him, like we just like leave him with them for like 5-10 minutes, and we'll just go like decompress. You know what I mean? Just
yep.
relax and just not think about stuff. But nowadays, like, yeah, I can't see people coming over. Like, we don't have guests over at our house, and we don't even have, like a newborn. Like, I can't imagine with a newborn
Yeah.
having like being by yourself, isolating in your bubble.
No,
It's
it's scary,
crazy.
man. Like
Do you have a like a oh shit story, like when the first couple weeks Maddie was born?
oh shit story. Like
Yeah. So like when Chaezen was first born, it's like probably like the first week or something.
mhm.
Shani and I would like take turns, like every other feeding, we would switch off.
Yeah.
One of them it was Shani's turn, but she couldn't get Chaezen to stop crying. Like he was just crying for, I don't know, I want to say it was like 2 hours straight or something. So like after a while, like it got to the point where Shani was getting like emotional, like she couldn't handle it.
Yeah.
So I got up, and then I took him from her, and then I was like, rocking him, and I sat on the couch with him on me, and then I just thought I was just gonna close my eyes for like a minute. Next thing you know, like I don't know how long I was sleeping, but I just kind of woke up like, oh shit. And he's still on top of me. And I'm like, holy shit, you're not supposed to fall asleep. Like, especially with
Yeah.
a newborn like that. You're not supposed to fall asleep with them. But I was like, it just happened, and I was just kind of like, it scared the heck out of me. And I was like, I'll never forget that story. It's like an oh shit moment in the
Yeah.
first week. And I was just like, oh man. I was like, it was
No,
just
I
nerve
think
wracking. Like, what could happen?
I think I had a time one or two where I did, yeah, same thing. Like I had Maddie and I was on the bed, or like like honestly, there'll be times where I'm like so zoned out. Like I'm just like standing and I'm just rocking her,
Yeah.
and like I feel like I fell asleep.
Oh
Like
yeah,
it
yeah, yeah, yeah.
like it feels like I'm holding her, and like I feel like I just closed my eyes for a little bit, and then I open up my eyes and I'm like, "Oh shoot, dude."
Like what just happened?
Like
Yeah.
like sometimes I feel
Like
like, where am I? Like
yeah.
and I'm still holding it, so like I'm afraid like sometimes when
Yeah.
like you fall asleep and you might drop it, but I mean, I've
Yeah.
never dropped her, but there's been times where I just went like into zombie mode, and I'm just
Yep.
like, "Oh crap." So like I'll start moving a little bit more to kind of wake me up,
Yeah.
but for
Like
sure I fell asleep
I don't
before.
really like. I don't know if I was like asleep for a minute, for 5 minutes. I have no idea.
Yeah.
But like, just one of those where you kind of like all of a sudden you just wake up and you're like, holy shit, what, where am I? What happened?
Uh
And I was just like, dang. And it's like, what, I don't know. Like, did you guys do any type of classes at the hospital like before?
we did. I mean, we did like a basic class. I think it was
Yeah,
just like um like how to change the diet. I mean, it was just
yeah, yeah,
basic
yeah.
basic
Like
stuff. They
child
didn't
survival
really.
stuff. Like, did you guys do like
Yeah.
child CPR and stuff like that? Like, did
Yeah,
they
we
teach
did
you?
like child CPR.
Yeah, yeah. So like, we took that
They
same
gave us
type
like a
of
tour of the
class.
hospital.
Yeah, we took that same type of class, and well, like I feel like when you're a first time parent and you take those classes, like I feel like they scare the heck out of you. Like,
Yeah,
don't do this, your kid can die. Don't do this, your kid can
yeah,
die. And you're just like, dude, like what the like? It's just it makes it even
yeah.
more nerve wracking.
And then it's so funny, like you talk to parents that already have a kid, and their second kid, they're just like, whatever.
Yeah,
Like
yeah,
we've been
yeah,
through
yeah, yeah,
this. It's
yeah,
like when you have your first kid, you feel like every time they cry, it's like, oh my god, what's wrong? Is it
yeah,
gas?
yeah,
Are you hungry? Or, you know,
yeah,
we
yeah,
changed you. You don't have pee or poop. Like, what's going on? Oh my god, are you in pain? Like, and
yeah.
then you have your second, you're like, whatever. Like they're good.
Yeah, they're
Like,
just
they're
crying.
good.
Yeah,
They're not dying.
yeah,
Yeah. So
yeah.
I always think that's kind of funny.
But yeah, it's like that's one thing. That's one thing I kind of like. I don't know. Like I don't know if the classes are just no one updated the classes or anything, but it felt like really like old school. Like man, your kid's gonna die. Don't put a teddy bear in the crib with them. They're gonna die. Don't do this. They're gonna
Yeah.
die. It's like
Yeah.
dude, like what in the world? Like every little thing, your kid's gonna die. It's like dude,
No,
but
we paid attention like every time, like even in the crib, we'll like pat all the ends to make sure like she doesn't bump her head if she rolls
yeah,
over or
yeah,
something like
yeah.
that. And but dude, like my oh shit moment is like ever since what's that Hawaii story? Like that kid that's missing for a couple of
Oh,
days now?
recently,
Yeah, recently the
yeah.
kid, like that's an oh shit moment to me. Like I was talking to Diana, like,
Yeah.
dude, I just feel like I just don't ever want Maddie to ever leave the house. Like I'm just
Yeah.
so worried.
Well,
Like
I don't like.
she gets
There's a lot more
kidnapped.
to
There's
that
just so
story, I
many.
think. But yeah,
Yeah, no, there's definitely like something's fishy about that story.
yeah,
Like
yeah, yeah.
I was kind of like, I don't know. I just feel like they're either not telling us everything or
Well, I
something's
think
up.
it was well, I don't think they know a lot of information, but I think it was the most recent one I read was like I skimmed through the article was the foster. They were at, she was at a foster
Yeah,
parent's place, I think.
parents.
But I think one of the parents had like a criminal background from like
Yeah, I
20
think it was
years
a
ago.
dude. Yeah, the
Yeah, yeah,
guy.
like 20 years ago, but it's like they weren't supposed to be, I guess, passed as a foster thing. So yeah, it's
Yeah.
just kind of weird. So,
No, so I mean, I hope they find her, but I was just
no,
like,
yeah, it's
I
crazy.
can't
Close
imagine
to
like,
home too.
yeah, like I
So
just
close
can't
to home.
imagine like Maddie missing. Like I would not get any sleep. I would
Yeah,
be like searching everywhere. Like it's
that's
just
another thing
crazy,
that's like
man.
crazy from when we were kids to now. Like I don't know, like when I was in elementary school, like on our summers, like dude, I'd ride my bike around town, like
Yeah,
just like just
all the
riding
time.
around, just
Yeah.
cruising. I'd
Even when
ride my bike
lights
to
are
football
out,
practice. Yeah, like
but now
but
it's like,
like
dude, no.
nowadays, like yeah, it's crazy. It's
Like
I don't
like there's sometimes like for our school we'll get like alerts where like they'll report like a white van that like is driving
oh
around.
yeah, yeah,
And like
yeah.
I'm just like, or they'll like ask kids like, hey guys, like trying to talk to them. And I'm just like,
Yeah.
we tell our kids all the time at school, like, you don't ever talk to anyone
Oh yeah.
on the road. Like we don't like unless you know them. But even if you know, like you like,
Yeah.
and if you feel like something is wrong, you just run to
Yep.
someone's house. We don't
Yep.
even if you don't know their house, knock on their door, like just scream, like get
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
away.
Yeah.
But it's just scary, man. I'm just,
Yeah. We just
especially
gotta
girls.
teach our kids. Yeah, we just gonna have to teach our
Yeah,
kids like
like I feel
really don't trust anybody.
like I don't know, man. I'm just so worried about Maddie being a little girl, like until obviously she grows up and can protect herself. But like,
Yeah.
man, it's just yeah. I
Yep. That's
I don't
another
know.
thing that like me and Shannon realize how lucky we are because we're self-employed, like we're able to adjust our schedules where we can
Yeah,
pick them up from school, drop them off to school, this and that, like where he doesn't need to walk home, and as soon as he gets home someone will be home with him, like he won't be home alone. Like dude, like there were summers when I was like both my parents worked and I was just home chilling with my brothers and sisters, like it was just four kids, bro, like in a house, like
yeah,
you know what I mean, like, and it was normal back then and it's fine, but like
yeah.
nowadays with all of these people, like it's just crazy. Like I don't know if I'd be able to. I mean, I guess it's not too bad with like cameras and stuff like that, like bring security cameras and stuff, but still, like I don't know, man, it's crazy.
No, for sure, for sure.
Like
Like
my
I,
mom back in the day when our internet ran off of the phone. So like
uh-huh.
if you're on the internet, like the phone won't work, it won't ring.
Yep.
Dude, my mom used to get so pissed like on the summer when she'd be trying to call in and check on us, but I'm like on the computer, like on AOL Messenger or something, and like she can't get through. Like
Yeah.
when she does get through, she'd be so pissed. I'm like, times are so different nowadays.
No. It definitely is. Like I'm lucky enough to like be working at a school, so I was like, you know what? Every time Maddie goes to a different school, I'm probably gonna have to change jobs. And be like, nope, I worked at this elementary school until this. Oh, you going to middle school? I'm gonna try to get a job at that middle school. Get to high school, I'm gonna try to get a job at the high school. Like I'm gonna have eyes on you. Like every school needs a tech guy. So I'm like, look, I can go to any school as a tech person. So
She's gonna
we'll
be
see.
so over it at one point. She's
Yeah.
like, I
It's
just
gonna
want
be
to get
like,
away from my dad.
yep. No, man. I'm gonna
As
know
soon as
everything.
college hits, she's gonna move all to the East
Yeah.
Coast. She's like, I'm getting
And like, no,
far away.
you're gonna go to UH. I'm gonna get a job at UH. I'm gonna be the tech guy at UH. I'm gonna know everything. Yeah. No, I don't know. We'll see. But
So when you get back, like what's like you're gonna have to adjust to a whole new schedule for them. Like
yeah, it's gonna be weird because for military, that's something that I wanted to ask like even Coach John too, because he's in the military. But like they have this thing where like, dude, I've been gone for like 6 months. Like that's a long time. And like, you know, Diana's used to pretty much living by herself,
yeah,
being a single parent.
Yep.
I've been used to living pretty much on my own.
a bachelor. Yeah, you're like a bachelor.
Yeah, bachelor. And then now I'm moving back into the house. Like there's this transition period. So I learned that the hard way. Like when I left for what was it, like 2 months for officer school, like I came back and I just was like pretend like nothing happened. I'm, like, oh, I'm back.
Yeah.
I do everything. And it was just like I needed to give her space. I need to
like
have like my space, Maddie her space, and we kind of have to like slowly get back into routines.
Yeah.
Because I was trying to like help out and do everything. Like I wanted to help, but it just felt like she was just like, look, like you're kind of like, hey, like, let's just take it slow. So it's good because I'm communicating that like when I get back, like, and it's good because we'll have we're both taking a week off for vacation.
Okay.
So
yeah.
So we're gonna go to like Aulani for a couple of days and just relax. Just not worry about anything. Just spend time together. So I think it'll be good. Yeah. It's just I don't know how work's gonna be. Like once I get back to work, like usually I had the summer to plan. Like, school procedures, everything. So it's that's gonna be interesting when I get back. Like, okay, like how's everything going? But yeah. It's gonna be tough, but we'll see. We'll make it through.
Yeah. So when you go back to work, like, so what is it like in the afternoons? Like typically, like even before you left. So, like for us, bro, like would say we get off of work like 5:30 or so.
Yeah.
If Shani has enough energy to make dinner, she'll make dinner. I'll take a shower. We'll probably eat dinner around like 6:30 ish. By the time the dinner's done, it's like 7:15 with the kid. So we're just like putting everything away, cleaning up the kitchen.
Yeah.
And like we're trying to get in bed by like 8:30. We're trying to be in bed. So like everything's just like schedules. Like Monday through Friday just seems like we're just like constantly, and I feel bad sometimes because I feel like we're just constantly pushing Chaezen, like hurry up and do this so we can do this, hurry up and do this so we can do that. Like, and we need to get to bed. And it's like we're constantly like just like pushing him on a schedule. Like, okay, hurry up and clean up, hurry up and eat your food, okay, hurry up and put in the dishes, okay, hurry up and go upstairs, brush your teeth, do this, change your clothes. And it's like it just feels like Monday through Friday just feels crazy. Like there's just no time after work to do anything.
Yeah, I mean, obviously their schedule is a lot different now because this is 6 months ago, but usually like I'll pick up Maddie after work. I'll get her home before Diana gets off because Diana gets off a little later, and then she's all in the traffic. I feel bad for her because she's stuck in traffic coming from town.
Yeah.
And then I'll try to kind of like get Maddie, get her cleaned up if I need to, try to feed her. But now it's a little weird because when I fed her, she drank milk.
Yeah, it was
easy.
Simple stuff.
Get the milk, like
you
whatever.
You didn't have to doctor anything up. Yeah.
Yeah. Now she doesn't. She only drinks milk in the morning. Yeah. Like she only drinks that 9 ounce of milk in the morning, and then for the rest of the day she eats like real food. So I have to like figure out like, okay, like what am I gonna feed her? And then even just cooking, like once Diana gets home, she'll usually do the cooking, or I'll try to help out depending on what we're cooking. I can prep and stuff, but Maddie's been pretty good. Diana's really great on putting her on a specific schedule. Yeah. Now, of course, that schedule can move left and right depending on how Maddie's mood is, but Maddie's usually asleep. I want to say like 7 o'clock, 8 o'clock at the latest. She's usually asleep, and then Diana usually will, if she's tired, she'll go to bed. But if not, she'll usually do some work. That's like her catch up time, yeah, or clean up the house.
Yeah.
But once I get back, it'll be nice because we can both, like, I can clean up. She doesn't have to worry about that, or
Yeah.
we can both help each other out doing that, or I can put her to sleep or try to at least.
Yeah.
But yeah, scheduling, yeah, Monday through Friday, it's
crazy, yeah.
it is
Like,
crazy. It feels like
after
you're just
work
kind of
is just-
going through the motions.
Yeah.
And the weekend, that's why the weekend is very important. Like Diana, she's the best, man. Like, she's very good at like putting family first and like reminding me like, hey, like, we need to have some family time. Like, don't always be on your phone, or don't think about work. Let's go out, let's go to the beach, or let's go to the park, spend this time together as a family. Cause like, cause Maddie's only going to be like, she's only going to be like this one time. Like, it's crazy. Like, me being away this 6 months has really shown me like how much I've missed and how much she's grown in 6 months to like, I'll never get that back. Like, I will, it's gone. Like, I won't get the 6 months back. So
Yeah.
I just have to keep reminding myself, man, like, you know what, like, as tiring as it can be sometimes, having like, a 1.5-year-old, like, just push it through, just be there for her and be there for Diana.
Yeah.
Because this only happens once. And,
It's
they get older and
hard.
teenager,
Yeah.
you're gonna be gone. They're not gonna want to hang out with you, like, so.
Yeah, like there's times after work, like if I feel like it's been like a couple weeks since I haven't really like just played with Chaezen, like I'll make sure, like, I don't care how tired I am, I'll take him outside and like just ride his bike around or something.
Yeah.
Do something outside, just so for one he gets outside and just not always inside the house on the TV or iPad. And just I get just to spend time with him, just doing something during the week, because it gets crazy.
That's gonna be interesting. You brought, like, man, I wish my internet wasn't so freaking bad the last episode. Like, I think it was the last one where Kevin was saying, when I asked him about the device, he's like,
Yeah. No,
I am not like,
no.
my boy is not gonna do any electronic devices until the school introduce it. And I was kind of like, what? I was thinking, well, it was cutting out, so I really couldn't tell what he was saying.
Yeah.
But when I listened back again, I was like, oh my God. If I heard
one of
that,
those that's gonna go,
I would have told you, like, so you're not gonna show your boy like no electronic devices. Like, he's not gonna look at any iPad, no phone, like, until he starts preschool or kindergarten. Like, that's crazy. Like, I was like,
but that's one of the thoughts that I feel like I had. I don't think I was that strong about it.
Yeah.
But I definitely had that same thought process.
Every
but
parent,
he was like super like strong on like zero of it. Like, I thought it was just gonna be like very minimum, like not buying him one. But yeah, it'll be one of those where he'll look back at it and he'll be like, dang.
Yeah, no, crazy. I can't wait to like ask him, like, hey, so how are you guys handling trying to keep your boy busy? Because you can't just give him a coloring book. He don't know how to color. Like, he doesn't have any of those motor skills. You can't put like blocks in front of them. Like, they're not gonna know how to do with those blocks. They're just gonna put it in their mouth or whatever. And so I'm like, you're gonna have to stimulate them somehow. And so yeah, I thought that's gonna be interesting when he. I just can't wait. I feel like every parent changes, and then obviously it's different on how much they use the electronic devices, but. When you brought that up, I was like, oh man, I can't wait.
Yeah, it's one of those. It's one of those where it's gonna be fun to see the different.
Yeah.
How you change your perspective.
Yeah, or even just sleep. I can't wait to ask him, like, how much sleep are you getting, dude?
Bro, it's funny because you texted him today, and the only thing he wrote was just tired. It's just like, that sums it up, right, bro. That sums it up.
That sounds about right. So I can't wait to hear stories like. Tired. How was your stay at the hospital? How was your first actual night at home? Because that's a big one. Your first night at your house, not at the hospital. Like, it's go time. Like, you're not going to have nurses. You're not going to have, like, dude. So, and oh my God, yeah. Well, and then even just D, like, I don't know if she's breastfeeding or if she's pumping. Like, that's a whole nother problems in itself. Like, man, but it's gonna be, yeah. Hopefully, he can make it our next one.
Yeah. Yeah.
I don't know how long he's gonna be MIA, but like, yeah,
It'll
we'll
be fun.
see.
Yeah,
Yeah,
because we're gonna have to figure out your schedule when you get back too, like when we can,
yeah.
when we'll be able to do this. But yeah. So some here, I want to go over some of these things that Chaezen tells us.
Mhm.
So one of them, so we're like recently we've been like super big on Amazon just because of
Yeah.
COVID and everything. So Chaezen will every once in a while will like let him browse through Amazon and look at toys and this and that. On one of the times we're like trying to like have him pick out a toy, and then we're trying to explain to him, okay, this toy is this toy is that. He asks us, oh, does this one need batteries? And we're like, yeah. And he goes, okay, does this one need batteries? And we're like, no. And he tells us, okay, I want the one without batteries because if the batteries die, I don't want to have to ask you guys to change my batteries because it's not going to get done. And I was like, what the frick? I was like, what in the world? And he's like, yeah, because I have a lot of toys with no battery, with the batteries are dead and it's still dead. I was like, man. But it's just amazing, like his thought process though.
Yeah.
Like for a
Critical thinking.
4-year-old to think like that far ahead, I'm like, what in the world?
And he's honest.
Yeah, yeah.
He's like,
No,
you know, kids, they're honest.
he's
They're straight up like,
brutally
hey, no.
honest. He's
So
brutally
it's
honest.
the honest part I think is funny, and then just the critical thinking aspect of like, you know what? Here's different toys that I want. Why do I want this toy versus this other toy? And have that reasoning behind it is really, it's a really good thought process.
It's scary, but he's at that stage where he's always asking why.
Yeah.
And I was always afraid of this stage because
Mhm.
I've had nieces and nephews where they would ask that, and you're trying to be very patient and trying to explain to them as much as possible. Like you don't want to just be like, just because it's like that, because it's like that, and this is like
Yeah.
it's hard. But like he's at that stage where he's asking about that, and then one of the craziest things he talked to us about the other night. He talked. We explained to him about Jesus and God and everything.
Yeah.
And we try to raise him up, knowing stuff. So he asks us the other day. He's like, "If I go to meet Jesus, can I come back home?" And we're like, not really, bud. Like when Jesus calls you to go with him, like you're there with him. Like you're gonna leave the earth and you're just there with him. And he goes, I'd really like to see what it looks like and just come back and hang out with you guys. And we're like, that's not how it works,
Yeah.
to him. And then he tells us, he stops and he thinks for a little bit, and we can see him thinking. And then he tells us, I hope Jesus has Netflix and toys so I can play with him. We're just like, dang, it's the craziest thing. Like just his thought process, like Netflix and toys.
That's good. No, that's funny. Netflix and toys, Jesus. You gotta put that on a t-shirt.
I was like,
Jesus, I hope you have Netflix and toys. Right there. Like, that's a perfect t-shirt right there, man. And put like Jesus in the background. Like he's like thinking like,
Oh, and then and because he's in that stage and we tell him Jesus created everything, this and that. And we try to explain to him like about COVID and like why we can't do certain things and this and that. Bro, one of the other days it's just me and him, and I hate when it's just me and him. And he asked me, who made the disease? I think we call it the disease, but he's like, who made the disease? And I was kind of like, huh? Like I wasn't quite sure where he was going with it.
Yeah.
And he's like, did Jesus make it? Because we tell him Jesus made everything, whatever.
Yeah.
And he's like, did Jesus make it? And I was like, oh. I was like, no, Jesus didn't make it. I was like, a bad person made it. And then he's like, you don't think Jesus made it? And I was like, no, I don't think so, bud. And he's like, what if Jesus made it? Yeah. And it's just like, dang, like just the things that he comes up with and tries to talk. It's like, oh my God, that stage is starting. That why stage.
I'm hoping Maddie will hold off on that for a little bit.
And I feel like it's hard because you try to not be those kind of people that are like, it's just because it's like that.
Yeah.
And because you try to raise him in a religion, like you've really tried to explain a lot of things. Like it becomes like a deeper conversation with a 4-year-old, and you're just like, man, it just gets really crazy.
Yeah. No, I agree.
So, you get to look forward to those conversations with Maddie.
Yeah, like I've come to realize as parents, like I remember before Maddie could walk, I was like, man, I can't wait till Maddie can walk. And every parent would tell me, no, dude,
Yeah.
enjoy this time where they are
Yeah.
not mobile. Like I'm telling you
Yeah.
right now, do not wish that. I'm like, no, man, I can't wait till Maddie can walk and she can just kind of walk, do her own thing. And now I'm just like, I see her walking and I'm like, oh my
Yeah.
God.
Dude, no,
Like,
wait till she starts. Wait till you get back and she's like running, and then like you're gonna have to start chasing you everywhere.
No, like I'm at this point where I'm like, you know what? I'm just gonna enjoy this stage, what Maddie's in, and I'm not gonna wish any other stage. When it comes, it comes.
Yeah.
I'm like,
That's the
I
thing
don't
too,
know. Yeah, I don't know what it's like because I'm learning everything on the fly right now. So
yeah.
I'm not.
Yeah,
I'm
people
not
used
even
to tell us
gonna.
that too. Like we used to always wish that too. And people like, nope, just enjoy where you're at now because it's gonna go fast.
Yeah, like even food. I was like, man, I can't wait till she can just like eat human food. And now it's like, oh my God, like. You would think
now
like
you have
she
to
would
prep
eat
it. You can't just open a can.
Diana preps it, and then she knows how to say no. It's like,
oh yeah,
Diana will try to feed her, and she's like, no, and I'm like, what do you mean no? You better eat this. Like what the like?
But she
no.
says it in the sweetest way where you can't be mad.
Like, no, she'll put her head. I was like, oh my God, like what is going on right now? Like what the hell? Like I think one time Diana bought like McDonald's, and she likes chicken nuggets, and then she didn't eat any of the. She's like, no, I'm not in the mood for that. No, I'm just like,
that's classic.
God.
She's not in the mood for it. It's funny.
Yeah, so it's pretty funny. So like I'm like dreading the day she can actually communicate, and she's just gonna say some random crazy stuff, and I'm just like, what?
Yeah.
What did you just say? Like, yeah, no, it's gonna be, it's gonna be funny.
Yeah, it's like it's funny though because then Chaezen's to the point where he can communicate, but some of his words like he mumbles together, and you don't like if you don't know him and talk to him all the time, like it'll sound like a different word. Like when he says stick, it literally sounds like dick, and you're like, what? Like the first couple times you're like, what? You're what? And he's like,
what did you say?
Yeah, and it's just like crazy.
Dude, I'd be like, what in the world did you just say? Like, yeah, that'd be pretty funny.
Yeah. And like randomly he'll say stuff in the car, and me and Shannon will have to look at each other and like, what did you say again, dude? And then he'll have to like repeat it and like point or show what he was talking about, and we're like, oh, okay. Like you didn't just say a bad word.
Mm-hmm. Well, all right, man. I gotta start packing some more stuff, getting prepped for Monday. Oh man, dude, I'm like so ready to just come home. Like it's gonna be a long flight, but I'm
Is
just
it a straight
ready.
Flight?
No, I have I think 2 stopovers. I have a stopover from here to I think Georgia to LA, and then LA to Hawaii. But definitely when I get back, we should like all hang out, man.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, I don't know how Kevin obviously like, easier said than done. Like I know when we had Maddie, I was like MIA for a couple of months. I didn't hang out with anybody.
Heck yeah.
So we'll see. But all right, man.
Alrighty.
I will talk to you later. Thanks guys for joining us, and we'll see you guys next time.
Shoots.
Later.